ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। कैसे हैं आप सभी? उम्मीद करता हूँ अच्छे होंगे। ये आपकी अनसीन डिक्टेशन नंबर है 18। ठीक है, कुछ डिक्टेशनों में आवाज़ नहीं है जैसे बताया गया है, तो उसको हम ठीक कर देंगे। तो आप इसको लिखेंगे, डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, द क्वेश्चन ऑफ द फ्री एंड कंपल्सरी प्राइमरी एजुकेशन कैन ओनली बी नेग्लेक्टेड एट आवर peril. Reference was made to Article 45 of the Constitution, wherein 10 years period was provided within which free and compulsory primary education was to be introduced. I am very sorry the importance of this was not recognized. Sir, in this country, when universal franchise was granted, the peril of granting that universal franchise was understood, and in spite of understanding that risk was taken. So the verdict of the people today is not the considered opinion of the people, but it is an expression of faith. If anybody is prepared to say today that when elections are held, we see the considered opinion of the people, I would say he is sadly mistaken. What we find today is that elections are held in an expression of faith, and because of great personality like Panditji is there, the people have this faith and they give expression to the faith when they go to the polls. That is because in this country 80% of the population are unable to read and write. Therefore, it is not possible for them to come to a decision after taking all the pros and cons of the situation. Instead of realization of this fact, it has not been possible, maybe for good reasons, to introduce free and compulsory primary education in this country, and the period stipulated has been extended. In this country, there have been violent demonstrations. We have introduced democracy in this country, but every man and woman in this country must realize the implications of democracy. It must be realized that democracy is not only a mode of government, it is a way of life, and every member of this country has to be shaped in such a way as to make him realize that unless we make democracy a mode of living, it will not be possible to retain democracy in this country. In recent years, we have found violent demonstrations on a number of questions, and that is only on account of the fact that there is almost 80% illiteracy and there have been disparities. I do not refer to only one party who has been exploiting these illiterate people, who has been misguiding them. Therefore, the question of free and compulsory primary education in the light of this background in this country deserves greater attention than what it has got so far. If free and compulsory education had been introduced in this country in 10 years' time, as was convinced of in Article 45, then at least the newcomers would have had some 4 years of education. They would have learned to read and write. In this country, during the last 10 or 11 years, more than 7 crores of people have come of this age, and majority of them have not been able to read and write at least their own language. उम्मीद करता हूँ ये आपसे लिखी गई होगी और ये टाइप भी कर देनी। इस क्लास में इतना बच्चों। नमस्कार बच्चों। हेलो हेलो।